Hello, linear algebra explorers. Most videos on machine learning skip the visual intuition of data. In this guide, we will reframe vectors as navigation beacons. Look at this single glowing number on the left. This is a scalar, having only magnitude. But here's the part most explanations skip, how this contrasts with directed force. Now look to the right. A bold arrow shoots outward. This is a vector possessing direction. Let us see where scalars appear in our world. Let us ground scalars in everyday life. First, consider temperature on a thermometer. As the temperature rises, only the magnitude changes. Next, look at the brightness of a single pixel. Now, here is where it gets interesting. A scalar can show intensity, but never direction. Finally, consider the weight of an object. A scale measures pure mass, another scalar value. Just like a stationary beacon, a scalar has no heading. So how do we represent movement across space? To model movement, we step into two dimensions. We begin with a clean coordinate grid. A bold teal arrow grows from the origin. This is a two-dimensional vector. Pause for a second. If a vector is just an arrow, why do coordinates matter? Because the coordinates reveal its underlying components. We project the arrow onto the horizontal axis. This horizontal projection is the x component. Next, let us look at the vertical component. Let us examine the vertical component now. We project the arrow onto the vertical axis. This vertical projection is the y component. Recall our drone navigation beacon. Most explanations stop here. We must see how components interact. These components act as independent instructions. The x component commands horizontal speed, while y commands vertical speed. Together, they combine into a single direct flight path. But what happens if we fly upward into 3 dimensions? Welcome to the world of 3 dimensions. We add a third axis pointing straight up. A glowing purple arrow extends into the space. The camera slowly orbits to reveal depth. There is a twist most people miss. The math remains identical to 2 dimensions. We still measure distance from the origin. The vector arrow represents a unique point in space. Our drone now has a specific altitude target. Let us break down this 3-dimensional vector. Let us dissect the 3 spatial components. We have the horizontal x component. Next is the depth y component. Finally, the vertical z component represents altitude. Here's a detail that rarely gets mentioned. These components are independent scalars. Our drone tracks all 3 to maintain its position. What would happen if we added a 4th dimension like wind resistance? Comment your answer below. A vector bundles these scalars into a single container. But how does this help us with non-spatial data? We now bridge physical vectors to machine learning. Imagine a single row in a dataset. We record a person's height, weight, and age. These are 3 distinct scalar values. You would expect data to just be a list, but algorithms treat it geometrically. We stack these numbers into a column matrix. This ordered list is a data vector. Just like our drone coordinates, this vector has components. So how does a computer visualize this data? This brings us to the ultimate realization. We map our dataset features onto abstract axes. Height, weight, and age become spatial coordinates. A vector arrow points to this data coordinate. One more layer most people never get to, how similarity becomes physical distance. Recall how physical arrows represent coordinates and datasets represent attributes. By treating data rows as vectors, we locate them in feature space. Similar data points sit close together, like drones flying in formation. This geometric perspective is the bedrock of machine learning. Let us synthesize our journey today. We started with simple scalars representing magnitude. Then, we saw geometric vectors directing movement. Finally, we unlocked data vectors in abstract space. Quick gut check. Would you have guessed data is actually spatial? You now understand vectors not as mere arrows, but as feature containers. Like and subscribe to continue this linear algebra journey. Next, we explore vector addition and subtraction rules.